Hey there, I'm Supriya, and today we're talking about ChatGPT. There's a lot of buzz and some concerns about using AI in writing. Is it ethical? How much should you rely on it? And how do you use it effectively without losing your personal touch? So stick with me as we tackle these questions and dive deep into mastering ChatGPT for your content creation journey. Let's start by addressing the elephant in the room. Is it ethical to use ChatGPT or any other AI equivalent? The short answer is it depends on how you use it. Using it to generate ideas, overcome writer's block, or speeding up your research, that's absolutely fine. But relying it on completely to, write your entire article or social media post without any personal input or fact checking, no, that's not acceptable at all. ChatGPT can be a content writer's best friend when used correctly. I use it to brainstorm ideas, to get different perspectives, to research, or even find some interesting analogies for better storytelling, right? The important thing is to use AI as a starting point, not the end game. And your creativity, your expertise should always be the front and center of what you're trying to send to your client. And the chat GPT or any other AI engine could be the sidekick, right? Like a Robin to a Batman. So, how do you do that, right? How do you use these AI engines effectively to up your content game? I'm going to tell you 5 ways to start using it today. Number one is creative brainstorming. So, ChatGPT can open up a world of ideas for your next blog, your next article, social media post, or even emails, even campaigns or content marketing things, right? So, imagine, let's say, if you're working on a travel blog and you're out of ideas of what to do next or what to talk about, or how do you keep, making things interesting when you're writing somewhat similar posts. You can ask ChatGPT, what are some of the unique travel destinations for adventure seekers, for example? Or you can ask it, can you give me some topics that travelers would be interested to hear about in 2023, 2024, right? So within just a matter of seconds, you'll have a list which will include interesting topics, or if you've asked them for place suggestions that could give you some hidden gems, like some ice caves somewhere, or maybe surfboarding spaces, etc. So that way it becomes your instant idea bank for creative ideas. The second way to use ChatGPT is to overcome writer's block, and I use it often to do that because when I'm stuck, a conversation with AI often sort of gives me a nudge in the right direction, or sometimes even a completely new perspective, right? So recently I was stuck trying to find the right analogy for an article that I was writing. And I just asked the bot what could be a possible analogy related to the topic, and it gave me a list of 10 analogies. And while some were like quite outlandish and didn't relate to what I wanted to say at all, there was one that fit perfectly well with what I wanted to say, and problem solved, right? I could take that analogy, run with it, and actually write my entire piece starting from there. The third part is to use ChatGPT for research. And let's say you're writing an article on AI's impact on education. Yeah. So you can ask ChatGPT or Bard or any other tool that you're using for recent stats or developments in that field, right? And what you get is an instant list of data points that you can use. And of course, you have to double check them for accuracy. But actually, Bard has a very neat feature recently that, once it gives you those data points, there is a tiny little G icon towards the end. And when you click on it, Google will actually fact check that for you. It will go and search on those billions of documents that it has available on the search engine, and it will mark out which ones are actually verified data sources and what the AI engine has simply made up. So it'll highlight them in green and yellow, and that just makes it easier for you to use that data, right? So the fourth way is to use ChatGPT to improve your writing skills. So let's say you struggle with persuasive writing, yeah. And as a content writer, you have to explore different styles of writing, different tones of writing, and maybe there are a few that don't really work very well with you. Like initially, many years ago, I used to struggle with conversational writing a lot, but that's become one of my strengths today. But let's say you're struggling with persuasive writing, then you can simply ask ChatGPT to convert a simple statement into a persuasive one, right? So, for example, Instead of saying solar energy is cost effective, you say switching to solar energy is a smart investment that pays for itself. Yeah. And that becomes a learning tool. And every time you do these little changes, you see how to write these things better, right? And this can become a learning tool to sort of help you grasp the intricacies of the language. And then your job becomes that you learn and adapt with the tool. Finally, the fifth way to use ChatGPT is to polish up your writing. So, let's say you've written a piece about fitness routines and something feels off, right? You're not able to put your finger on why it's not reading right, or maybe you're not just confident enough of your writing skills when it comes to syntax, grammar, sentence formation, etc. So, run it through ChatGPT, for suggestions on grammar, on syntax, on readability, etc. You can prompt it to behave like your target reader, and you can give it feedback on how, and it can give you feedback on how to make the article better. And that's an amazing way to really get some insights on how and where you can improve your writing. And that's it for today. These are the 5 ways that you can use ChatGPT as a content writer. If you like them, comment on this video and let me know how you're using these tips to improve your writing. And before you go, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Keep writing, keep learning, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.